US President Joe Biden says he is likely to speak with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping later this week. Details of the discussions have not been disclosed, but Taiwan, Ukraine, technology sector competition and tariffs will be on the agenda.
Mr. President, will you speak with President Xi of China this week?
That's my expectation, but I'll let you know when that gets set up, okay? I promise I'll let you know. I'll not be surprised.
Biden is still isolating with COVID-19. He made those remarks in a virtual address to tech CEOs. That meeting was aimed at discussing legislation to address the global shortage of microchips. The Biden administration wants to supercharge efforts to boost semiconductor production in the US, with the Senate expected to vote in the coming days on a funding bill.
As we watch the U.S. production of these chips decline from 40% of the global production to 12%, at the same time we watch China go from 2% to 16%. And China's goal is to reach, they've stated, is 25%. They need to produce 25% to become fully self-sufficient. It's no wonder China's watching this bill so closely and actively lobbying U.S. businesses against the bill.
The bill includes about $52 billion in subsidies for US semiconductor production. A 4-year, 25% tax credit will seek to encourage companies to build semiconductor plants in the United States. And that tax credit is estimated to be worth about $24 billion US dollars. China's zero COVID policy has worsened the global chip shortage, and it's impacting US industries very heavily. They, of course, rely on the chips for the production of goods, including cars and smartphones. So let's bring in WION's US correspondent, Susan Tehrani, who joins us on the broadcast from New York City. Susan, I'm not an expert in how long it takes to build a production plant capable of producing semiconductors, but how long is it going to take for this initiative meaningfully to start delivering the chips that American companies so desperately need to get their hands on in the years ahead?
According to Intel's CEO, he said that it would take at least 3 to 5 years. That is a conservative estimate, and the chip shortage issue wouldn't be resolved, best case scenario, until 2024. And that's considering that we don't have any other issues like, for example, another COVID. But then we have to take into consideration that he made these statements, for example, back in April. There was a labor shortage back then, but it wasn't as bad as now. There wasn't really talks of a possible recession here in the United States like there is right now. And also, Intel and other companies who will, possibly benefit, they're thinking of announcing, a $20 billion construction site in the state of Ohio, another one in Arizona as well. But then again, we have to take into consideration it's not only the fact that it'll take years, but it's also the fact that, the economy and the labor market, might not work very well with them. And so many analysts are saying that maybe easing regulations might have been a better route to take.
But 2024, Susan, I can hear a bell ringing. I know that's an important year for some reason. WION's US correspondent, Susan Tehrani, joining us live from New York. Thanks very much indeed for that.